Hello, YouTube and fellow resellers. This is Kevin, the Stoic Reseller, back at you with another video. And this one is, as you can see, titled The Beginning of the End of eBay. Now, obviously, that's slightly clickbaity, and you can lambaste me in the comment section if you want. But we are going to have a conversation around certain things. And I'm going to share that with you. And you know, this is just more for you guys to start thinking about what is happening here and whether or not eBay is actually going to listen to its sellers and buyers for that matter moving forward. So let's start this off. You can see here between yesterday and today, I have 10 orders. And per the comment section, I really appreciate every single person that commented. I really appreciate the feedback. I really appreciate the conversations we were having. I am beyond blessed and excited that people found me. And, I have Hey Fro Sales to thank for spotlighting me. And, I really appreciate, there's a community out there and maybe I can find my place within that community. But let's get her started. So the first change you're going to see is I'm no longer going to show my customers' mailing address. So uh, what you see here is what's sold. This is a Under Armour, brand new with tags. It's the Storm Rain waterproof. You can see here I got some cool pictures. These retail for 130. I got these at Goodwill for like 20 bucks. Um, not the best return on investment, but I do everything on an average, so my average buy cost is $9.85. So these are the kind of sales that really, you know, hit home. The next item is a pair of Lululemon commission pants. The issue is one of the belt loops was ripped. I got this on clearance at a Goodwill for like $7. So I think I accepted an offer of like $34 plus shipping, and I'm pretty excited about it. Um, Guys, something I've learned over time, just for a heads up purposes, I've started putting any damage, stains, or anything like that right after the first picture. I've been getting a lot of questions, comments, returns, things like that. So, in just the transparency's sake and to try to reduce returns, I started doing this. The next item you're going to see is a pair of Ariat real denim jeans for women. Um, you know, these took a while to sell, but hey, it sold for $30 plus shipping. Pretty solid brand. Here's Adriana Goldschmied. Um, these had some stains on the back pockets. Nothing too crazy. Just small little dots, but you can see here I listed it for $24.97 plus shipping. I normally ask $29.97. Guys, this is a very saturated market with a fairly low sell-through rate. Um, but there are tons of sales for Adriana Goldschmied pants every month. It's like Levi's pants. There's a lot of solds. So this is what I would consider a bread and butter item. Um, and I don't promote, so it's a saturated item. This is a long tail thing for me. I expect this to be within my store probably around 3 to 6 months. The next item is an item. It's just a beanie. Got this for like $1 somewhere. Basically brand new. You guys, if you see Snap On, it's worth looking up. This is a really high end, like work tool brand. But their clothes do sell. Specifically, if you get the Dixon Snap On flannels, those sell really well. You can see here this sold for $13.97 plus $6 for shipping. We have an Anthropology sweater, brand new with tags. I've had this for quite a while too. This was actually a sale from the delist, relist, or sell similar strategy. I think I took an offer of $30, but still, it's a good price for something like this. Anthropology isn't a brand I normally pick up anymore, and from my honest opinion, a lot of it is kind of dead. Lululemon Evolution Polo. Not all Lululemon sells for a lot of money, but Goodwill and other thrift stores miss these a lot because there's no tag. You really got to look for this symbol, that symbol there, and a lot of them miss it. So sometimes you get this for anywhere from $5 to $8, and I think I took a offer of $22 plus shipping. Here's an item, guys. You may not know Chrome Industries. This is an excellent jacket. I took an offer of $62, I want to say, plus shipping. I think I paid just over $10 at the thrift store. Chrome Industries is an excellent brand. Here's the logo. Um, yeah, if you see this, guys, definitely pick it up when you see it. It's a really strong sale. Here's Ralph Lauren. Big thing here is it's a 4XB. Um, these big, the extra sizes, the plus sizes on these shirts are always great. You can see here, someone paid full price, $29.97 plus shipping. And the last item is a pair of shorts from Outdoor Research. These are some women's. Outdoor Research is a very strong brand, just in general. You can see here, here's the logo. I got $29.97 plus shipping in the middle of winter, or fall, I suppose. So let's get into the crux of this video. So what I'm going to pull over is, you can see here, this is sports and racing games. So the first thing I want to say is eBay's third quarter earnings for 2023. And I have that right here as well. Here's from Bloomberg. They had positive earnings. Okay. They exceeded or met expectations, which, from I guess, investor's standpoint, that is a positive thing. But you can see here, right here, where did it go? I should have highlighted it. eBay basically is lying. We delivered another quarter of solid results, not a lie, and have accelerated the pace of innovation across eBay. We all know, all of us have different ways of selling, different items, different niches. We all know that this is a complete lie. What are they innovating? The only thing that they've innovated is different ways to promote your item. Keep that in mind. And that is the point of this video, guys. They say they met or exceeded expectations across all key financial metrics. Where did they say revenue was up? Here, gross merchandise. Here we go. eBay's first-party advertising products, primarily driven by promoted listings, delivered $345 million of revenue in the third quarter. Guys, that is up 39% on an as-reported basis and up 36% on an FX-neutral basis, essentially meaning that this is 39% year over year for the most part, is how I understand this. That is crazy because everything else is marginally up. I mean, they're still making money on final value fees, things like that. But the company itself is sound. They are not going anywhere right now. But you can start to see that they're starting to suck at the teat of the cow. Okay? Up 39%. You know damn well that, and look where this is listed. It's under revenue initiatives. Okay? Meaning that they are going to be prioritizing promoted listings. The company's total advertising offerings generated approximately $366 million in revenue in the third quarter, representing 2% of their gross value. 2% of their entire business is promoted listings, guys. And you know damn well they want to increase it because we all see where the innovation is coming from, right? The innovation isn't fixing the platform. It's not increasing visuality. It's not increasing certain aspects of the website to help buyers find sellers' items. It's how many ways can we promote an item and diminish the ROI that a seller gets on our platform. All right, so let me show you and let me share with you two examples of companies that one is still doing well. That one is doing well, but from a player's perspective, it isn't. Um, and another game, these are two video games, or one's a franchise, I suppose, and one's a mobile game that is essentially dead due to basically what eBay is doing right now. So we're going to go here. Sports and racing games are driving EA's revenue. So what I want to point out here is I know Madden. I used to play Madden. I had like from like 2005 to 2014 or something, some crazy number. I had every single Madden every year. They used to add cool new innovative features like hit stick, targeted passing, all sorts of things. Certain juke moves, creative ways to do career mode. They used to, they market a lot of these games as simulators, right? But now they're moving away from that. So I highlighted a section on here, and I don't know how many of you actually play video games, and I know this might be a stretch to some people, but hear me out. And I really want you to open your mind and think about the direction of these games and how fragile this kind of business model is. So now, most of these games, there's hardly any new features being added year over year. But you have to buy the new iteration every year to get the new rosters, to get any of the small features. Madden for this year, for instance, had new, very minor like visual enhancements. They added some like motion flow enhancements. They didn't add a whole lot, and it almost doesn't feel like a new game. So how do they basically make it to where you have to buy a new game every single year? Okay, because there's already sites that generate new rosters. What it is you can see here on a trailing 12-month basis, live services accounted for 73% of EA's total business, with the other 26 coming from full game sales, 65% of which were digital. 73% of EA's revenue was basically in-app purchases. So for FIFA and Madden, for instance, they have online ultimate teams, and where you can play other players, earn rewards such as past and current players at different ratings. You basically are collecting cards and trying to build a better team and try to get up on the ranks. The higher ranked you are, obviously, the more, rah you get, essentially, okay? You get more notoriety. And EA plays on that whole you don't want to be last type deal. You want to have the best team, and the whole FOMO or whatever you want to call it. But you can also pay to win that whole thing. And to me, now that they're basically not innovating, okay, keyword there, they're not innovating game to game. Now this is bringing back to what eBay's doing. They're not innovating the site, right? What new innovations have we been able to take advantage of? Nothing. There hasn't been any new innovation into listing, into buying. They've added some new features, like Vault. They've enhanced EA Motors, I suppose. But those are pretty niche markets. 2021, they added, where you can authenticate shoes and things like that. Those are enhancements and innovations, but they're not really innovations. They're just add-ons because other companies were doing it prior to eBay, and eBay just needed to do it to maintain their market share. There is no innovation required to do what they were doing. There is nothing that people can do on eBay that they can't do somewhere else right now. So these games aren't innovating anymore. They're driving 73% of the revenue with online gaming, online in-app purchases, basically loot boxes. Okay, guys? Now, the reason I'm pointing this out is there's a lot of legislation around loot boxes across the world. And that's why I believe that this kind of revenue model is pretty fragile. And I don't know, I stopped buying Madden, for instance. I stopped buying it a while ago. I bought last year's because I thought, I heard some decent things about it, and I started playing it, and it was literally the same Madden that I bought 4 years ago. It's there's no innovation. Like, I play the game to play the game. I play, you know, career mode. I play franchise mode, and there's no innovation in that part of the game. And that's what you buy the game for, because it's a simulator of football, not a simulator of online playing against other people who paid more money than you. I digress. Um, you know, make that of what you want. But now we're going to use an example of a game that I would assume most people don't know. It is a mobile game called Magic Rush. And here is the Reddit for Magic Rush. Magic Rush is a rather old game. It has been out for quite a while. And I just want to highlight these updates here. Now, I stopped playing Magic Rush probably 2 years ago. And for backstory, the way this, as most mobile games is, they generate the revenue with in-app purchases. Okay? And you expect that with a mobile game. This game used to be fun to play because you could pay to get like heroes and things like that, and get a slight edge on opponents. However, as the game progressed and the longer you played, in order for a game to stay relevant, you have to create new creative ways to engage your player base. And the game did it pretty well for a matter of years. And, so they organically created revenue just because people wanted to pay for those enhancements, those new features, and, they wanted a competitive edge, and that was expected. But now, guys, you play this game and there's no new innovations. It's all a cash grab. They one up themselves with every new hero that comes out. They're all legendaries, meaning you cannot get them for free. You have to pay hundreds of dollars in most cases to buy a legendary hero. And every new hero is more broken than the next. And so if you are still a competitive player, you have to buy the next hero because the next hero is going to break the game. Every new feature in the game is also a cash grab because if you don't max that out immediately, someone else is going to, and you're going to lose your rank. This game has become so toxic and so unplayable to some people that it has completely died. Here is it, like, this is a new update, and the update literally does nothing. Like, here's their patch notes. Fix some known problems. Source in-game mail on test servers. For the past year, here's one guy. For the past year, you're fixing things. Well, literally nothing changes. I don't know what problems are they fixing anyway. Fix, fix, and fix. This guy says, I'm actually convinced this game will be shutting down any day now. I've had that thought forever. You used to get a new server every 14 days. The last server I played on, my friend was like, hey, you want to start up a new server? I was like, sure. It's going to be a free-to-play server for me. He goes, yeah, no problem. I just want to play. We waited 3 months and no new server. The developers have completely left this game to rot. There's no new development, no new characters. I digress, guys. I'm just trying to get you to understand that, and please open your mind to this thought process. Once a business gets to a certain point where they've had their golden age, what comes after a golden age typically is a dark age. Or if the company plays its cards right, they just stay stagnant with 1% to 2% growth year over year, keeping their shareholders happy while trying to find the next best thing. That's the best you can do after a golden age of a business. I just gave you 2 examples of EA basically milking its player base for in-app purchases that don't enhance the game at all year by year. At some point, this business model is going to crumble because you have to rely on people having expendable income to continuously buy stuff in-app. So you're already paying a full price for a game and then having to buy additional add-ins almost weekly or daily. And I just showed you a game. that is completely dead because they no longer innovate. They just cash grab. So these are two instances that I've been thinking about a lot. When I saw these third quarter earnings reports from eBay and I saw that 39% or their earnings of promoted listings was up 39% and that this is listed under revenue initiatives, tells me that eBay has no new innovation. Zero. I mean, you could see they have a long list of doing nothing, right? Literally doing nothing. You know, following success of the FIT program for eBay Motors, eBay Motors partnered with several renowned car builders. Okay. The company introduced a new consignment service. Okay. How many of us have seen that? No one. Uh, Basically trying to copy RealReal. eBay expanded authenticity guarantee, basically copying GOAT and other sneaker online platforms. However, this one is for jewelry. Okay. Good luck. During the quarter, eBay authenticated its millionth trading card. Great. Good for you. Um, the sports card market right now is in a wild, heated flux. I mean, it is certainly not a market unless you have the capital and the ability to sell in, good luck. eBay also expanded its vault offering for collectors with new submission service. How many people are actually taking advantage of this? I have never heard of one person doing that. eBay launched the first quarter phase of its magical listing experience to all mobile app users in the US, UK, and Germany, enabling sellers to use generative AI to instantly populate item descriptions. We, if I don't know if you guys have watched some videos on this, this is meaningless. The company also launched two Gen AI features in the eBay Motors app, providing upgraded recommendations and engine code lookup for a more personalized shopping experience. Oh, that's cool. You enhanced the search experience for eBay Motors, but left every other category in the dust. Good for you, eBay. eBay and self-professed air fryer king. I mean, like, the company launched eBay local in Germany, so they're adding stuff in Germany. eBay France launched a repair platform. It's like they're not innovating. They're not bringing new ideas to the table to promote organic growth. The only growth that they are having, I mean, you could see here, they only grew 2%, but grew promoted fees 39%. And the only innovations that they have coming out of this is additional promoted options. Those are the things they are pushing hard. I don't know how many of you got a call from eBay saying, hey, do you know about our external promoting options? I did. And I told the lady I'm not interested. And I hope most of you did as well. Because it's something that the company used to do for free. And now they're just passing the cost on to you. Guys, I'm not doing this to try and complain. I know some people are going to say, stop whining, move to a different platform. But the problem is eBay still has the largest share of customers in the reselling market outside of Amazon. How many sales do you honestly get? I mean, I've heard some great stories. People are having great stories on other markets right now. And you know what? To those people, I applaud you because I know that's hard to do. And because those other platforms don't have the market share that eBay does. But eBay is definitely pushing its market share over to them. So, maybe that's what we all have to do. You know, um, yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining, guys. I just want to point this out because I don't know how many people are actually looking at this because it's definitely a critical point in eBay's growth. And like I just truly believe that if eBay's whole position to generate revenue for their shareholders is to just continue promoted options to sellers, and that's the only innovations they're coming up with, they're they're in desperate mode, guys. I mean, I showed you EA is in desperate mode where they're just milking their online loot box systems. I shared an example of a mobile game that literally just cash grabbed themselves into death. Does this not feel any different with promoted listings and how they don't do anything for you guys? For anyone, actually. I'm sure there's people that have great success with promoted listings, but I think the greater majority of us, and as I showed in my last two videos, promoted listings are not working as intended. And if they are working as intended, then why are we promoting our items? I had some great comments, guys. I'm really appreciative of a lot of the input, a lot of the conversations we had. There were so many great comments, so many interesting inputs and experiences, and it just shows me that the reselling market, specifically the sellers and the community, just want more from eBay. We don't want necessarily more sales. Like, we're not all being greedy. We just want eBay to operate and perform as intended, or based on the perception that we all have eBay should be performing at. But right now, eBay is playing some weird game where, it does definitely feel like they're throttling traffic to some people. And I'm really not sure how they're doing that. It's definitely wild. We know that they suppress and hide listings. We know that promoted impression listing, like your listing impressions from promoted items, are 99% trash views. We know that. So, the only thing I can think of, guys, is that we band together. We don't complain about it. We highlight it. See, I'm highlighting this. I'm not complaining. I don't think eBay is ever going to fail as a platform. It will be here for tens of, maybe 30, 40 years from now. Who knows? But it's not going anywhere within our lifetime. It will be here next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. What it will look like is going to be different. Maybe for the good, maybe for the worse. But the important part here is we highlight the issues that are going on right now. We read in between the lines and point it out. And at the end of the day, as a community, we all need to work together and find solutions to the issues that eBay is presenting us. And, at no fault to us, we have to overcome those issues because eBay is not going to do it for us. So, guys, let me know what you think. Am I just a complete idiot? Do I know what I'm talking about? Did I enlighten anybody? How about maybe install a thought? Share down in the comments section. I'd really like to hear from you. I try to reply to every comment. Like, subscribe, share my video. And until next time, rule the day.